This was a rough night, man. We didn't get stuff done the way we wanted to on either side of the ball, and man, we were excited about the chance and wanted to go after these guys and go get them. You saw we were really aggressive throwing the ball in the first half. Got us out of balance run pass wise. I know that, but we had so many good opportunities, and Geno was able to find his guys on the actions and all that. It got us in the red area, and then we didn't function well, and we got sacked a little bit, we got hit a little bit, and didn't work out. I was really disappointed that we didn't stop them more. There was a space in that game. There were 3 or 4 drives in a row, and we couldn't get off the field. And it wasn't all third down stuff. They did a nice job. They have a really good offense, and they do a nice job with it. Obviously, Pickens was really a problem for us. It wasn't just when he caught it; it was his after catch stuff that really was impressive. That he was able to run through us like that. I'm just surprised that we weren't able to be because we knew he was a good player. We went in to defend him. We rolled to him. We covered him. We doubled him a couple times, and he still came through. So he had a heck of a night, and I don't even know Dak's numbers, but he must have had a pretty good night himself. 25-33, so he was on it. So very difficult night for us. Sorry about it. Feel bad.
Pete, you mentioned that the balance got out of whack there a little bit. It was 31 dropbacks in that first half, 3 runs. Is that? I mean, I can't imagine that that's something that you like to look at.
Yeah, it wasn't 31 dropbacks. It was a bunch of play action passes, and really, I really wanted to see us do that. There's only one person to look at, it's me, because I was influenced on the game plan. I loved the way we were chunking them, and we made big plays. But I knew what was happening, and Chip and I knew what was going on, but we were trying to stay with it and to see if we could continue to get the big plays, which we were getting, and then we just stalled in the red zone, and unfortunately, and we got. The second drive, I think it was, or maybe it was the first drive, we get sacked a couple times, right off back to back, and it kind of got us out of whack a little bit. But I don't really care about pleasing people with our run pass mix. I'm trying to move the football, and we wanted to get the ball to Brock a bunch and see what he could do and our other guys, and that kind of worked out. But when you come back to it, we were supposed to be ahead with that approach, and then we're supposed to come back and run the football in the second half and later in the second quarter. But our inability to get in the zone and to stop them, it didn't work out that way. So I'm totally responsible for how that happened.
Pete, just what went into the decision to start Will Pettum and Sinham and shift Jordan at right guard?
The competition during the time with this week and what's been happening the last 2 weeks, we've been looking at it. We tried combinations. We looked at all of it and felt like that was the best way we could go. Jordan had a really solid season at guard last year, and he felt really comfortable moving. And so we tried. We tried Caleb. You guys were following that, and we looked at some different combinations, and this was the best way we thought to do it.
And just a follow-up to that, is this a permanent change to offense?
We're one day at a time right now on those kinds of choices. We'll come back tomorrow, see the film, see what happened, and look at our options.
The decision not to dress Caleb, are you kind of getting to the point where maybe it's time to go see some of those young players?
I think that's your guys' way of thinking. That's not our way of thinking. We're trying to win the games. We're trying to do the best thing and win the games. And I kind of thought that might come up. I don't know how to coach that way.
Pete, when you look at this offense and all the changes that came in the offseason, if there isn't some type of changes, is there a concern that you can send the message that there isn't accountability for the offense and it's being anemic?
I don't have a chance at understanding what that question was. So try it again, please.
Yes, sir. Is there a concern with all the changes that were made to the offense this season to fix how bad it was last year, and it's still struggling, that if you don't make changes to your offense, there's going to be concerns that it's not being held accountable like other areas of the team?
No, I don't. It's the last part of that question that I don't even know how to address. We're gonna take a look at everything we're doing, which is what we do on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis, and we don't know. That's the only way you do it, so. As you're looking at this question to project in the future how we're going to look back at how we didn't get anything done, I really don't have a good answer for you. But every step we take, and I took the accountability. This is my football team, and I had a chance to do something on offense in this game, and we went after it. And some of it was promising, and some of it didn't work out in balance-wise. And the score, because we couldn't stop them, it knocked us kind of out of whack a little bit the way we want to go about it. So. That's how it goes, and we're trying to do it right, and we'll keep working at it. There is a lot of guys that did play last year on this team in the offense. It's pretty much the same group up front. With the guys that are banged up, not so. But until this past week, without Colton, we have the guys that we've had, and so we're hoping that they're going to continue to grow and grow together. There's some youth in there and some inexperience that we're dealing with and trying to figure out how to bring our guys along. We would love to see Caleb play, and we would love to see Charles play, but it hasn't happened that way. They've got to show it in practice and show us that they're ready. We're not ignoring it at all. We're paying attention to it, but that's just part of the rigors of a season, particularly a difficult season, and your questions are warranted, and I have no problem with that, but I don't have answers for all of them.
Pete, I was wondering, just due to like having two starters on your offensive line out with injuries, how much did that impact the decision to be more pass heavy in this game instead of on the run?
I thought we really pass protected really well in the play action game. Look at it. We got 3 sacks on drop back passes. So that was part of, we wanted to make sure that we were taking them into account by using the action passes, okay? And so that's a way to play ball. And it's always part of our football. We just emphasized it more so to try to help them, and so as we look at it, we'll figure it out, when we can, when we can't. I always want to run the football more, but I don't care about when we run the football more. I like to win the games, get ahead, and kill it in the fourth quarter and run it 15 times in the fourth quarter. We haven't had that opportunity because we're not ahead. So, you guys know I've been doing this for a long time, and those thoughts and approaches, that's in the books. We've done it that way for a long time, and we're just not getting the chance because we're not ahead in the game, and we got to get out ahead.
That's all set.
Okay.
Geno, you guys were moving the ball, especially in that first quarter, in that first half. What were the bog downs that were happening once you guys get into the red zone?
Yeah, you just got to score touchdowns in the red zone. It's that simple. They were playing coverage, pretty much playing Tampa 2, just backing up, kind of daring us to run the ball some of those times. And, we took our shots and we didn't convert. And we all got to play better. I got to do better, and got to be better for the guys.
Geno, how did Pete Carroll say he had some influence in the game plan? Him and Chip want to be more pass and play action heavy tonight. Just what were your thoughts on the overall game plan going into this game?
I thought we moved the ball well. I thought we moved the ball up and down the field. I thought we started out pretty good. I think we punted the ball maybe once or twice. I think the only thing that I can say from, obviously I haven't watched the film yet, but we've got to convert in the red zone. I don't know what our third down percentages were, but I felt like we could have done better on third downs as well, keep some drives alive. That's really what I saw. I thought the game plan was fine. I thought the plays were there. Guys were open. We just got to make more plays.
Geno, you referenced them daring you guys to run the ball. In the first half, there was 31 passes, 3 sacks, but 28 passes, and only 3 runs. Do you have the liberty when they're daring you to do that, to check into a run or to audible into a run?
Yeah, you can check into any play at any time, but would that be the right thing to do? Would you just go off script and just start calling your own plays? I don't think that's the right way to go about it. I think the right thing to do is to do what we practice and what we're coached to do. And like I said, the plays were there. I don't think there was any issue with the play calling. The plays were there. Guys were open. You guys watch the film. I know we got a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks who like to watch film and take screenshots and see where guys are open. So I'm sure you guys will see where the guys were open. For me, again, I just got to play better. And I keep saying this, man. If something don't look right out there, blame it on me, right? If it don't look right, blame it on me. That's all you can do. Blame it on me. If your kids mess up at school, blame it on me. Car break down going to work, blame it on me.
Geno, it's tough on the fly sometimes to implement new offensive linemen, moving players, but how do you feel like that operation went tonight with Will at center and moving Jordan to guard?
Yeah, I thought Will and Jordan did a fine job. I thought they competed their butts off. Again, they were up against a really tough front. They got great guys on that side of the ball, especially in the interior. But I thought they did a great job at just competing and giving me as much time as they could. few plays broke down here and there, but for the most part, I was able to, set my foot and get the ball off. And that's really all you can ask from the guys, especially with Will, his first start, and Jordan moving the guard. And, we're already down Colton. It's tough, and with offensive linemen, you want continuity. So those guys have just got to keep working, and I'm going to keep leaning on those guys and keep, preaching positivity to those guys. I know the world wants to get so negative, but I'm going to keep preaching the positivity to those guys because they work hard and they deserve, all the great things in the world.
Any other questions, guys?
Geno, this is the second straight game where a ball was tipped and led into the interception. When it happens in that way, how frustrating is that?
It's very frustrating, but it is what it is. It's an interception at the end of the day, and like I said, I'm never going to find an excuse. There's been a bunch of tip passes that have gone into the wrong hands, but that's just how football works sometimes. And I don't think that one play was the difference in the game. I think there were a lot more plays that we could have made that would have given us a better shot. But again, anytime you turn the ball over, it's a negative thing, and you don't want it. So put that solely on me. I got to do better. Guy made a play, ball tips up. Guys, Johnny on the spot, and I got to find ways to not have a turnover in the game, which I will.
Geno, you said, it's on you. You need to execute. You need to do better. But what do you initially assess when you look at the game? What can you do better? What can the team do better to be able to execute, to be able to score in the red zone?
Make the plays when they need to be made. I mean, it's really all it comes down to. It's a tough game. It's the NFL, and there's great guys all over the field. But, we know when we get into the red zone, we've got to think 7 points and not 3. And our defense gave us the ball with the short field. We got to capitalize on that. If we want to talk about playing complementary football, when those things happen, we got to score 7 points and reward the defense for doing a great job. But today, early on we settled for some field goals, and then they scored some touchdowns, and the game kind of got out of hand. But I think if we score touchdowns in those situations, we may look at it different. So for us, we just got to have that mindset and then obviously get it done.